So, of course, I was recording. But if you're taking notes, definitely take notes 100%. And make sure you actually, like I said, I want to see who's paying attention, who's listening. Tag me on Instagram. Like I said, I have an Apple Pay. I don't have Cash App. I have an Apple Pay for anyone that takes that actually I'm gonna choose. But the person that takes the best notes after the call, I'm gonna look in the group chat, post your notes in the group chat, or tag me on Instagram, and I got an Apple Pay for you. Okay, but nevertheless, guys, so I want to talk about vision. And the reason I want to talk about vision is because if you feel like you still not where you want to be, it's September 12th. And if you still in the same place or have no progression, it's because you have no vision. It's because, yeah, that's a fact. If it's September 12th now and you have all these incentives, all these promos out to help you change your life, but you still not moving, you still not taking action, you still got to get, a mentor still have to reach out to you. It's because you have no vision. Right. But if it's September 12th and you have some type of progression, you've been posting, you've been showing up, you've been plugging in without nobody telling you, that means that you have clear vision. Right. If that makes sense, drop makes sense in the chat box. If that makes sense, drop makes sense in the chat box. And I do that a lot. And I say that because in this month, I'm going to give you guys a couple of key points when it comes to vision. This is sowing September. We talk about it all the time. It's sowing September. There's different cycles. You have cycles where you have seasons where you reap what you planted, and you have seasons where you have to plant. So all I'm saying is September is a month of sowing. It's supernatural September, and it's also sowing September. You have to plant something to reap a harvest later in the weeks, later in the months, right? You can't reap a harvest from anything that you do not plant. Okay, hope that makes sense. So this is the thing. I want you guys to not only take notes, guys, but actually apply the information. Don't just hop on a call and take notes. Actually apply this information, because a lot of y'all hop on a call every Sunday, every Monday, but still haven't applied the information. Y'all, it's like I get distracted. So apply the information. You want to tell us to yourself, I will apply information that I get, because if you had the results, your lifestyle will be different. But because your life not different, it's because you don't have the results yet. You still don't understand it, right? So no knowledge is actually yours. You can't have any knowledge, or no knowledge can be yours until you begin to practice in it, right? And that's what creates wisdom. See, when you have knowledge like this and you go out there and apply it, that's what makes you a wise person. When you think about wise people are wise because they have a lot of experiences. So if you get information, this knowledge, and once you go apply it, that's called getting an experience. And once you have an experience, now you have wisdom. But a lot of people don't have wisdom, or they're not wise because they don't have experiences, because they don't apply information. Experiences create wisdom, right? So when talking about vision, and I'm gonna say this, like I'm 4 years into entrepreneur. I'm 3 3/4. I got to talk 3 3/4. 3 3/4. The information that I learned years ago, it's starting to become clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer, and I'm really starting to understand this stuff. And vision is a big thing, because vision do dictate everything in your life. Vision is gonna even dictate if you even, your life is completely changed by October 1st. So the definition of vision is this. Vision is the ability, and this is the thing, if you already know what vision is, you can still get new revelation from it. Bob Proctor, he reads Think and Grow Rich every day. He's been reading it for years, for decades. Bob Proctor. It's information, but you get new revelations from it every day. You can keep eating from it, right? Right. So vision is the ability to think about or plan the future with your imagination or wisdom. Vision is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. And I'm going to give you guys a couple of key points when it comes to vision, right? So like I said, the first two key points is imagination and wisdom, right? Imagination and wisdom, right? Imagination and wisdom. Imagination and wisdom. And then the next three are patience, action, and faith. Imagination, wisdom, patience, action, and faith, right? These are key points when it comes to having vision, right? So understand this, guys. The ability to think about or plan the future with your imagination or wisdom. So your mind has two functions, and I talk about this all the time. The first function that your mind has the ability to imagine things, and your mind also has the ability to replay the past, and that's called basically memory, your memory. So your mind has the ability to plan the future. And like I said, that's using your imagination. And the second function is to replay memory. See, I can either, with my mind, I can either think about, I can either plan my future with my imagination. What's the imagination? Things that's not currently here right now. And then I can also use my mind to pre-play the past with, my memory. So those are the two functions that your mind actually has, if you didn't know that. So your mind allows you to create something invisible until it becomes visible. So your mind allows you to create something that's invisible until it becomes visible. Guys, your imagination allows you to create a vision, right? And then when that vision gets into your heart, that's when it begins to manifest on earth. Well, I'm gonna say it again. Your imagination allows you to create a vision. And once that vision get into your heart, that's when it can manifest on earth. But you can't manifest the goal that you want if it's not in your imagination. The reason why a lot of dreams and goals do not manifest is because a lot of people live and they're using their mind to pre-play the past, to just think about memories all day. They live in the past. Why? How do you know they live in the past? Because they always talking about what happened in the past. They always bringing up old circumstances, right? They always talking about what happened before and things like that. That's a person that's using their mind to just keep bringing up those certain circumstances. So that's why they can never manifest anything different. If that makes sense, drop a 7 in the chat box if that makes sense. Right? If that makes sense, drop a 7 in the chat box. This is how your mind works. So you got to think about it. Successful people know how to think forward. How do I forward think? How do I forward think? This place that I'm living in now, I talk about it all the time. It was my screensaver on my phone for months early this year. I got a picture off of Google. And when I got a picture off of Google, I got 2 pictures. I made on my home screen and my lock screen. So the place that I live in now, I was using my imagination. I was looking at things to come. And then guess what? When I kept on, it got into my heart. And when it got into my heart, it manifested. That's how I ended up here. I wasn't living in my past. I wasn't thinking about Chicago. No, I got an image. I chose to live in my, use my mind to basically use my imagination to be able to manifest my goals into reality. That's how it works. So that's how it works. That's literally how it works. I promise you, that's literally how it works. But I'm telling y'all, this stuff is so powerful. It's so powerful. And I'm gonna tell you this, and it happened all throughout my life, guys. Relationships and places I used to dream about, those things happened in my life because I understood. I'm gonna tell you this, when you coming up and I'm gonna tell you this, you can dictate a lot of stuff. A lot of people that come from like neighborhoods where the income is under 50,000, 40,000 a year, a lot of those people in that area, they're living life using their mind to just pre-play the past, to just think about memories. They always talking about the past. That's a person that's not thinking forward. And you have to remove yourself from that environment ASAP because they keep speaking about the past, right? You have to associate and put yourself around visionaries. Visionaries always talking about what's to come. Visionaries always talking about things that's not even here yet, right? You got to think like that. Guys, your memory only allows you to replay the past over and over and over again, right? One thing that messes up your vision is memory. One thing that can mess up your vision is memory. Your memory can kill like I said, your memory can kill you or your memory can prepare you. Your memory can kill you or your memory can't propel you. Your memory can either kill you or your memory can propel you, right? And what you really want to use your memory for is to remember what you was brought from. The only time you want to use your memory is to remember what you was brought from, right? Or you want to also use your memory to remember all of the good that came along your process. Or you want to also use your memory to think about all of the good that has came to you along your process. That's the only time you want to use your memory, right? And I'm going to tell you this, guys, you want to also use your memory to remember what God has done for you. So remember where you came from. Remember all the good that came along to you along your process, and remember all the things that God has done for you in the past. That's the only time you want to use your memory, right? The only time. Okay. We got time. What's up? You just turn me up. Okay, so understand this, guys, especially when it comes down to building a successful business or becoming a trader. Understand this. But if you keep the vision in front of you, now you're gonna be able to go forward, right? Understand this. But if you keep understand this. But what happens is every time, if you're not using your imagination, and now that I really think about it, sheesh. Hold on, it just hit me. The thought just left my head. But like I said, use your imagination to pre-play your future, and your memory just basically pre-play your past. So what that means is this: every time you look at I'm gonna say this, when y'all look at y'all back office, it's a lie, because what you currently see right now is a lie, right? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. If your goal's not your lock screen, or if I don't walk into your home and see where you're going, that means that you're not using your imagination to think forward. I can show y'all this. Like, if you go in my home, look at this. What does that say? It says basically 100,000 a month, $1.2 million a year. I understand. I got these pictures. I have all these things around my home because I'm using my imagination. Y'all see that? So what I'm saying is, when you get inside your car, when you get inside, your home, your lock screen, even your Instagram and things like that, you need to always be forward thinking, right? Because if not, you shouldn't be. When I look at you, this is how you can determine somebody's thinking process. If all you see is your current circumstances, you're gonna stay in the same place. You want to know why a lot of people never, change, their life never changes? Because they never seeing new circumstances. They're never seeing new things, and because they only seeing the same thing, that's why their life staying the same, guys. I could have never changed my life if I would have never put the images and things around me, if that makes sense. So understand this, guys. What you want to do is pre-play the future and start replaying the past. This goes for your trading account. Instead of looking at your 3-figure balance right now, get a picture of a 5-figure trading account. Get a picture of Saul. Your uncle just took 6,000 to 6 figures in 4 hours, and you have it on video. Screenshot the profits, bro. Drop it in the group chat. Y'all make that y'all home on live screen. Y'all need to see what's to come. That's called living by faith. Understand this, guys. Every time a situation gets behind you, it's your past. Every time a situation gets behind you, it's your past, right? And what a lot of people do is when they get inside the business, they focus on what used to be, or they focus on what happened in the past. When a lot of people get into this business, they always focus on what used to be, or they focus on what happened in the past. If you that person, you're not using your imagination in the right direction. You're not channeling that energy in the right direction. Learn how to talk about what's to come, right? Fix your language, change the conversations, right? But understand this, but the definition of vision says this: it's the ability to plan the future with your imagination or wisdom. So understand this, it doesn't say plan the future with your imagination. It does not say plan the future with your imagination, meaning bring up old circumstances, right? Talk about what happened to you in your past. You see what I'm saying? Hope that makes sense, right? Your imagination is one of the basically the higher faculties that God has given you, right? So your imagination is a preview of what's to come. I'm gonna say it again. Your imagination is a preview of what's to come. It's a preview of what God wants to give you. It's a preview of what God wants to give you. It's a preview of what's to come in the future, guys, right? So if you're using your imagination, so if you're using your memory and you're not using your imagination, you're hindering your vision. If you're using your memory and not your imagination, what you're gonna do, you're hindering your vision every single time. And I felt like this was very necessary to talk about because I might know this, but a lot of you guys on the call don't know this. You're new to this information, right? So understand this, guys. So you have to use your imagination. So it says this. So you have to have imagination, then you have to have wisdom, right? Because vision is the ability to plan the future with your imagination or wisdom. So you have to have so like I said, so you have to have imagination, but then you have to have wisdom, right? So, but how do you get wisdom? How do you get wisdom? How do you get wisdom if you haven't had the experience? Because it makes so much sense. So I have a vision, but then I got to get wisdom. See, you get wisdom by plugging into the Zoom calls. You get wisdom by plugging into the Zoom links. You get wisdom by plugging into the Zoom links, and you get wisdom by plugging to go live. You get wisdom by plugging into go live. Because you got a vision, but how can that vision come to pass if you don't know how to get it done? Because you want to make six figures trading or you want to go chairman, but how do I do that? Well, let me go watch some Maria videos on YouTube to get wisdom. Let me go hop on Millionaire McCoy call to get wisdom on building a business. Let me go plug in and go live to get wisdom on how to stop blowing my account. Because it says vision is the ability to plan the future with your imagination and wisdom. So a lot of y'all got visions, but y'all don't got wisdom because y'all don't plug in to get the information. If that makes sense, drop makes sense in the chat box. If that makes sense, drop makes sense in the chat box. And that's why you in the same place. If you in the same place, that's why. Makes sense. How you gonna go platinum 600 to qualify for Puerto Rico if you don't even know how to go platinum 600? How do I go platinum 600? How do I go? Go talk to a mentor. Go plug into the Zoom links. Show up to TNT. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to teach y'all how to think forward. This is how successful people think. I got about 10 more minutes with you guys. Or you can ask God for wisdom. It says in James 5, if anybody wants, all you gotta do is ask God. That's another way to get wisdom. God gives wisdom graciously. You pray, hey God, this is what I did this is literally what I did all year. I prayed and I thank God for everything He done. And then I asked God, I'm like, God, can you give me wisdom on money management? I'm like, God, can you give me wisdom on credit? I'm like, God, can you give me wisdom when it comes to, the business? Can you give me wisdom in leadership? Can you give me wisdom in relationships? Can you give me wisdom in all these areas? Ask God for wisdom. Right? Whatever area that you're ignorant in, what's ignorance? I don't know. So if you don't know something, ask for wisdom. So now you can walk with understanding, right? But my next point, I want to talk about patience, right? So and it's also a key when it comes to having vision. You got to have patience, right? Patience. So pretty much patience, when we have a vision, we also have to be patient as well too, right? It takes time for your vision to manifest. It's not going to happen in 30 days, guys, okay? Right? It's not going to happen in 30 days. A lot of time when we get a vision, everything around us can speak the opposite of our situation, right? A lot of times when we get a vision, things around us can be speaking the complete opposite of that vision. And God really gives vision. God really gives vision when you kind of in a dark place sometimes. He gives you vision and God speaks the loudest sometimes when you're in a dark place, right? So an example, think about Martin Luther King. If I think about Martin Luther King, I was literally thinking about him today. So think about Martin Luther King. So if you think about Martin Luther King, in the era that he was that he was coming up in, he was speaking, I have a dream and things like that. And as he was going through that, I can just imagine it was so much, things going on in the South, but he had a dream. And as he was speaking that, understand this. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So you can have a dream right now to want to go chairman or to want to go platinum 1000 right now on this call, but you probably got 1 or 2 people on your team right now or plugged in with you, right? Your circumstances speaking the complete opposite of what you wrote, what you want. Or you can have a dream to become a 6-figure trader or have a 5-figure trading account or a 6-figure trading account, but your trading account can be at $50 right now, or it can be at $300 right now. So a lot of times when you get vision, it speaks the complete opposite. An example, I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. It's the vision right here. These some trading profits right here. On my trading account don't look like that right now. Y'all see this? That's Chairman 25. my back off is say 2025 right now. So all I'm saying is your circumstances can speak the opposite of you know, what your vision actually is. So understand this: if you wrote a vision down, right, but your surroundings look completely different, drop a 2 in the chat box, right? If you wrote a vision down, but your circumstances and your surroundings speaking the complete opposite, drop a 2 in the chat box, right? I want to see who's paying attention, who's actually listening, right? I was in Chicago, guys. I wanted to travel, right? But you know, my circumstances, I was in my auntie basement. But now look where we at now. You see what I'm saying? So understand this: the reason why people are understand this. You have to keep your eyes open, but you have to see from the heart. You have to keep your eyes open, but you have to see from the heart, right? Sight is a function of the eyes, but vision is a function of your heart. See, sight is a function of your eyes, but vision is a function of the heart. So if you're seeing with your eyes, right, that's gonna mention. So basically, if you're seeing with your eyes, that's gonna basically clutter up. You know, you seeing your vision. That's why we say, you know, carry your goals around you. That's why we always say, look at this all the time, right? Pre-play it in front of your eye gates all the time, right? But like I said, see, you have to keep your eyes open, but you have to see from the heart. Sight is a function of the eyes, but vision is a function of the heart. Vision is a function of the heart, right? So an example, you get on Tez calls, you get on Geo calls, you get on all of the calls. We tell you guys to watch who you listen to. We tell you guys to watch what you see. We tell you guys all of these things, but yet ask yourself, do you actually listen and do it? Right? Y'all hop on the calls all the time. We tell y'all the same thing. It's the same information coming from just different voices. But the question is this: am I actually applying what we actually saying? Right? You just gotta apply it. Guys, y'all can keep hopping on these calls every single week, and we keep saying the same thing. But the question is if you're gonna apply it, literally. And if you saying like, man, I'm getting tired, it's the same thing, guys. Like same thing, right? It happened back in the. Understand this, guys. See, once your mind is understand this. Once positive emotions dominate your mind, that's where it creates an atmosphere of faith. So you have to be careful what you actually listening to and be careful what you actually seeing every day. Another thing, social media can be a kind of a big distraction if it's negative things on there, right? Another thing, if your mind is dominated by negativity or what you actually see, that can blur, you know, your vision as well too, right? Every vision has to be written down, guys. That's another thing. Every vision has to be written down, right? It has to be written down clearly, and you have to consistently write it over and over and over every single day. Guys, earlier this year, I had a vision. I'm telling you this, even still to this day, I write my goals out every single day, every day. You think I'm playing? I'm so serious. Look at this. I write it out and I type it out as well too. Right on my notepad. I've been writing out my goals every day since December 27th, 2020. I've been writing out my goals every single day since December 27th, 2020. And so you got December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 10 months straight. 10 months straight, I've been writing out my goals every day. It's a reason why certain people are where they at right now, because we do what 99% of people not willing to do, right? Write the vision down every day. So you write it down for yourself. You're programming yourself, right? Right. You're doing that so you can program your mind to really believe it. You only write that down. So if I want to go if I want to go platinum 1000 by the end of the month, what should you be doing? Writing down, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am a brand new platinum 1000, you know, by October 1st, 2021. If you want to be a six-figure trader, you should be writing that down. Whatever you want to do to become successful, write that down, right? Understand this, guys. Your subconscious mind is your God mind. Your subconscious mind is your God mind. The subconscious mind is what carries emotions, right? And the emotions of faith is the only way you can get access to God. Cool. The emotions of faith is the only way you get access to God. The emotions of faith. Because it said it's impossible to please God without faith. Oh my God, y'all talking to me, man. Man, I'm telling you. I'm saying this because I went through it myself. Guys, faith only comes through your subconscious mind. Faith only comes to your subconscious mind. So when you write the vision down, you give your spirit something to work with, guys, when you write your vision down, right? So understand this, guys. You have to remember that the vision that you have, it doesn't even come from you, it comes from God. And this is time. The vision that you have is not even for you. The vision that you have, not even for you. Check this out. Going chairman, that's having an organization of 500 people. So if you even have a goal to even go chairman, many times the goal is not even for you. It's not for you, it's for other people. If you got a goal to do anything, that vision doesn't come from you, it comes from God, and God gave it to you for a specific reason, right? And he gave it to you, for a specific reason. So all I'm saying is, most of the times, even if you're going through the process of learning how to trade, like, you're learning it to give it back to your people, to give back to your family. So that's another thing. The goals is not really even for you, it's for other people. Big facts. But the question is this: can you stay focused? Right? Understand this, guys. Until you write that vision down on paper, it's invalid. Until you write the vision down on paper, it's invalid. I got 5 minutes with y'all, 5 minutes. Until you write the vision down, it's invalid. Understand this: vision is the source of all discipline. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. Vision is the source of all discipline. This is my favorite. Please listen. Don't hop off the call early. Vision is the vision is the source of all discipline. Vision is the source of all discipline. Vision gives you discipline. So vision gives you discipline. So when there's no vision, people not disciplined. When there's no vision, people not disciplined. Right? So your habits begin to change when your vision is so clear. When your vision is so clear, that's when your habits begin to change. So if you're a person on this call and your habits is not changing, it's because your vision not clear. Really catch this and really get it. Right? Understand this, guys. An example. I work out 5 days a week. I work out 5 days a week. That's why I say I love talking about vision. I work out 5 days a week. I stopped eating meat. I went on 30 days, stopped eating meat, but now I don't even eat meat no more. Crazy, right? I think I'm vegetarian or something. I just don't eat meat. So I don't eat meat. Not saying y'all gotta do that. I work out 5 days a week. I don't get distracted. All I'm saying is vision give you discipline. Vision gives you discipline. And if you're a person that has vision, you know these things follow people that actually have vision. Why? Because you have to be fit. You have to be disciplined to even get to where you want to go. So if you see a person that's not disciplined, that's the person that had no vision for their life. Right? Understand this, guys. Vision is also your GPS. It's going to give you direction. Vision is also your GPS. It's going to give you direction. Vision is also your GPS. Is going to give you direction, right? So what that means is also vision also helps you determine who your association is. Vision also helps you determine who your association is. Meaning, if I have a goal to, go chairman or become successful, I know that I can't hang out with, so-and-so that be going out every single weekend that's not doing nothing with their life. You see what I'm saying? Or if I know I have to save money, and I have a vision for my finances, I know that every time I go out, I just can't be spending random money, right? So all I'm saying is vision is going to also help you determine your association, who you spend your time with the most, who you talk to on a daily basis. If you have clear vision, you're going to know who you need to spend your time with. Understand this, guys. See, when you have a vision, you're going to also know who you need to be in alignment with. Write that down. When you have vision, you're going to know who you need to be in alignment with. It's all about alignment. Whatever my vision is, I'm going to be in alignment with other people that kind of has the same vision as me as well, too. Right? So an example. So my vision for 2021, me, JVL, I know who I'm working with. And I know who I'm also not working with. So with you, if you're a lead on the line, you should know who you're working with or who you're not working with. If somebody that's trading on the line, you should know who you should be spending your time with or not, right? Understand this, guys. For those of you who don't have vision or don't even know who you're supposed to be talking to on a daily basis, you want to get clear on what your vision is, right? Because if you're waking up every day and you don't know who you need to be talking to every day, spending your time with, all it simply means is you don't have clear vision. How you doing? If you can, mute your line out, guys. Got about 2 more minutes. Understand this, guys. Vision also forces you to work. I love this. I love this. Vision forces you to work. Vision forces you to work. Somebody drop vision forces me to work in the chat box, right? Vision forces me to work. Vision forces me to work. Somebody drop that in the chat box. Vision forces me to work. Vision forces me to work. I need everybody to drop vision forces me to work. 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 Right? What people say who don't have a vision is they need some motivation. What people say who don't have a vision, they say I need some motivation. Right? If you need someone to push you, you don't have no vision. If you need someone, if you're on this line and you need your mentor to keep calling your phone, or you need somebody to push you and tell you to show up, you don't have no vision, sir. You don't have no vision, miss. Right? And I want y'all to text them. Who y'all got to text them? You don't got no vision. And if they don't got no vision, help them get vision. Help them get vision. Help them get vision. Right? Help them get vision. Right? So when you have a clear vision, all that simply means is that your vision is just gonna pull you out of bed every day. Like me, it be days I don't feel like doing anything. Monday, tomorrow, I didn't work out Saturday, Sunday. Boom, that's my 2 days off. But Monday, I'm gonna have to wake up tomorrow, wake up early, go to the gym, and I don't feel like working out, but I gotta do it because vision forces you to work. It just pulls you in a direction, right? Motivation comes and goes, but inspiration lives on the side of you. Right? Motivation comes and goes, but inspiration lives on the side of you, right? You can tell if the vision hasn't gotten to your heart, right? You can tell if the vision hasn't gotten to your heart. That's another thing. You have to beg, like I said, you have to be begged to show up. If the vision hasn't got to your heart, if your vision hasn't got to your heart, you have to be begged to show up. And if you're a person online, well, somebody have to beg you to show up, the vision not in your heart yet. That's why I love talking about vision, because you can clearly look at a person and see did the vision get to their heart, right? Because if it hasn't, you got to be begged to show up. Your vision isn't clear, right? Lastly, vision gives you perspective. Last thing, vision gives you perspective. Vision gives you perspective. Vision gives you perspective. And the perspective is what drives performance. Perspective is what drives performance. So when you can see someone's performance, you can see that person's perspective. So if you can see somebody's performance, how they perform it, if they working, if they showing up, doing this and doing that, you can check and see that they have the right perspective, right? Somebody used to tell me, Xavier, you always working all the time. I'm like, okay, I got clear visions. That's why I can be disciplined. I got the right perspective. Vision give you perspective, right? Right? Your mind has to be filled with positive emotions. Understand this, guys. Having clear vision gives you the proper perspective. Having clear vision gives you the proper perspective. And also this, perspective is also a problem solver. Perspective is also a problem solver, right? And the tax on every vision is going to be the time, distractions, and your emotions. That's going to be the tax on every single vision, right? It's going to be time, distractions, and emotions, right? Because of the time and distractions, like I said, the time is going to be time, distractions, and emotions. That's going to be the tax on your that's going to be the tax on your vision, right? So, and the last thing I'm gonna say this: your biggest distraction is going to be your reality. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. Your biggest distraction is going to be your reality, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all this: your mind has two functions: the ability to pre-play the future or replay the past. You pre-play the future with your imagination, with the images, pictures, and then you replay the past, talking about what happened in the past. Don't be that person that lived based on your memory. Use your memory to think about everything that God has done for you. But with that being said, I ain't want to be long at all. Hope you guys got some value, guys. And with that being said, make sure y'all fund up y'all trading accounts. Make sure y'all plug in. Oh yeah, Matthew Thayer, he does not in his live.